Hey everybody, Sam Jacobs, happy Friday. If my math is correct, and I say that a lot, but if my math is correct, it's either Friday, December 27th, or it is Friday, January 3rd. Either way, hope you had either a great New Year's or are looking forward to a great New Year's. We've got Justin Walsh back on the show for Friday Fundamentals, and we're going to talk about what are some, and this is particularly relevant as we look ahead to 2020, you're making your New Year's resolutions. What are the things that you can do to really build a long-term career? And what are some ideas and frameworks that you can develop? So it's and Justin's focus is on really building a long-term career, a career that spans 10, 20 years, not just, instant gratification. So we're going to talk about that. Before we get there, we want to thank our sponsor. Friday Fundamentals is brought to you by Outreach. Outreach triples the productivity of sales teams and empowers them to drive predictable and measurable revenue growth by prioritizing the right activities and scaling customer engagement with intelligent automation. Outreach makes customer-facing teams more effective and improves visibility into what really drives results. Justin, welcome back to the show.
Thanks, Sam. Great to be here, man.
We're excited. So give us your top lessons for building and investing in a long-term career for folks out there that are listening.
Yeah, I think the first lesson, and people have probably seen me post about this on LinkedIn, is stop moving around inside of your current role for the money. And what I mean by that is when I talk to SDRs or account executives, they often tell me hey, I'm making, $80K and I'm an account executive or an SDR, and I'm thinking about taking an opportunity at another business similar to this because they pay $85K. They pay $90K. Or I'm a sales manager and I'm an award-winning sales manager at my company. I make $200K, but this other company is telling me they're going to pay me $210. And to me, those jumps are the worst types of jumps, lateral jumps for slightly more money. And I just keep advocating for folks to make really big jumps, right? So stay at your business if you're doing really well and you enjoy it. Continue to move up the ranks internally. And at some point, you're going to reach a ceiling. When you reach that ceiling, make your big jump. So for me at ZocDoc, I worked my way through individual contributorship, manager, and into a director role. There was no way I was going to be a VP. When Patient Pop came away from around and offered me the VP, it was a no-brainer for me. I just advocate for those types of jumps rather than these small ones for money. That's sort of step one. Step two for me is don't burn bridges. I've seen in my career a couple of folks who are really top performers get frustrated over time, and they wanted to really let people know on their way out. And they took a 3 or 4 or 5 year sterling career and they ruined it in the last 5 hours. And I know that people out there get frustrated. I know you're in situations where you want to let people know how you truly feel. Just take my advice. It's never, ever a good idea. So, because I look at how I've grown in my career, and it's really through good relationships with people. So make sure that you maintain really strong relationships. And then the last thing that I would say, step 3, is make sure that you have a mentor. And one thing that was really important to me is I have several mentors. I have a lot of the folks who are at the executive team at ZocDoc. I've got Ted Harrow over at Noonday Ventures, people who I can bounce ideas off of who are outside of my current business. So if you're having trouble locking down a mentor, go on LinkedIn and find someone and target that very specific person and do what you got to do to interact with them and get them on the phone, because, having a mentor was always probably the most powerful thing I did when I got to ZocDoc and what helped accelerate my career. So, don't jump for little money, don't burn bridges, and get yourself a mentor.
Awesome. It's great advice, especially the first one. And I too have seen people make that mistake, and it's really not worth it. And oftentimes people just don't understand the opportunity that's ahead of them if they just stick around.
Yep.
Because other people are going to take those jumps, and then you're going to get promoted into a higher profile role. So awesome. Justin, you've got a bunch of different ways that people can contact you. Give us a few of those on this Friday so we know how to reach you if we want to.
Sure. You can follow me on LinkedIn. It's Justin, WELSH. You can go to my website, which is theofficialjustin.com. You can email me, hello@theofficialjustin.com. And also, a lot of folks follow me on LinkedIn, and I'm giving back to the community. I've put together some workshops and courses and things that you can use to accelerate your career on, the world's top professional network. So that's just at www.thelinkedinplaybook.com, thelinkedinplaybook.com.
Awesome. Cool. Justin, thanks for being on the show. If folks want to reach me, they can. It's linkedin.com/Sam F. Jacobs. If you want to check out our sponsor, it is Outreach, the leading sales engagement platform. Whatever you're doing for New Year's or did for New Year's, we hope you had a great one. We hope you're going to have an amazing 2020. And Justin, thanks for being on the show.
Thanks for having me, Sam.